While college students might roll their eyes at the idea of making a budget, knowing how to manage money is vital to the college experience. Whether your child is paying his or her own way, receiving your help, using financial aid, or a little of all three, college is an expensive experience that becomes pricier with poor spending practices. By passing on a few words of wisdom, you can give your freshman the tools he or she needs to start college on the right financial foot. Personal finance tips for college. 1. Create a budget. Carefree high school students frequently spend whatever is in their bank account, living off their parents' generosity or the spoils of a part-time job. Once that student moves away to college, a budget becomes crucial. Whether or not your child has been exposed to a budget, it's important that you sit down together to look at finances. Map out his or her various streams of income, including money you'll provide, income from a job, and money coming from student loans, grants, and other types of financial aid. Then, show your college freshman how to categorize expenses so he or she knows where it's all going. While you can't force your student to stick to a budget, you can feel confident he or she knows how to use one and has a clear picture of what is and isn't affordable. As stated, the trick with any budget is sticking to it. Once you and your child have gone over the budget, take some time to talk about how to make smart money choices that fall within the budget. For instance, help him or her navigate free or low-cost social activities, such as outdoor concerts, city-sponsored events, or school-sponsored adventure trips. You know your child better than anyone, so if he or she loves spending money on cappuccinos or the latest designer clothes, take some time to talk about buying clothes from discount retailers or brewing Joe at home. Encourage him or her to track recurring expenses in a paper planner or digital calendar app to determine which makes more sense for your child. While it's tempting to take over your child's finances, let him or her lead. After all, it's time for your college student to manage a budget. You can check in to make sure that he or she is on track, but let your freshman remain in charge. Personal finance tips. 2. Use online services. College students aren't likely to sit down and go over finances in an Excel spreadsheet, especially when there are better options available. Instead, set your student up with an online service or smartphone app that makes money management easy and convenient. After all, that smartphone is practically glued to his or her hand anyway. Some apps, such as Mint, make money management easier for a busy or forgetful college student. Mint enables users to upload bank account and expense information so he or she can manage all of his or her accounts in one place. The app makes budgeting a little more accessible for a college co-ed who is busy and on the go. This ensures fewer missed payments and penalties, as well as easy access to account balances. In addition to money management apps, make sure you also take the time to set your student up with online banking services so he or she can transfer money online or use mobile deposit. 3. Minimize student debt. There are several ways to minimize student debt. Make sure you cover all the bases before sending your freshman off to school. Spend on the right things. Naturally, college students shouldn't use financial aid to fund pizza night in their dorm rooms, but temptation is a powerful thing. Take the time to impress the importance of using debt wisely. Even if loans look like free money now, they do come back to bite you. It's your job as a parent to define what is and isn't okay for your child to use loan money for. Tuition, books, housing, and maybe food plans, not social outings, new clothes, or pitching in for a party keg. Borrow only what's required. Not every student heads off to school with a fully funded college trust. If your child needs to take out student loans, remind him or her that the amount borrowed should be commensurate with the type of salary available once a degree is obtained. Even if your student does choose to borrow money for school, it should be for school. Taking out more cash to fund an extravagant campus lifestyle might seem important now, but could be a serious problem later. Freshmen should start a pattern of living frugally now so that they're not paying interest on things like a bigger dorm room or fraternity fees later. Fund extras with a job. If your co-ed wants to fund a social life, it should be done with a part-time job rather than student loans. Work-study positions usually offer the flexibility a student needs with the convenience of location, while off-campus positions frequently pay more. Either way, teach your child to have a pay now policy for non-essential purchases so that he or she doesn't really pay for them later. Funnel